first question comes from Robert Benty with the Toronto Star. Please go ahead.
Hi, Robert.
Hi. Labour Minister. I just wanted to ask about this decision by the 4 teachers' unions today to file challenges with the Ontario Labour Relations Board over their concerns about the back-to-school plan, which is, of course, 2 weeks away.
Yeah, Robert, before I hand it to the Minister of Labour, you know, I've come up here many times, and I'll do it again. I'm begging now for the teachers' unions to work with us. And I want to really emphasize, you know, I support our frontline teachers. They're incredible. I know, I have confidence they're going to step up to the plate and do an incredible job in keeping our kids safe and teaching our kids. But I just can't understand. You know, we've worked with every organization, every labor organization, every single group in the entire country at all different political stripes. And every single one, 99.9% of everyone's getting along, except there's one group. It's the teachers' union. Why? I'll work with you. Everything that you've wanted, we've given you. We've put $1.6 billion into education, more than anyone, more than anywhere in the country, in any ministry. You wanted ventilation, we got ventilation. You wanted more money for teachers, we got more money for the teachers. We went up and got the reserves. We have more cleaning. We basically covered every single list. And I'm just asking, just once, for your cooperation. And Robert, I got to tell you a story. I've met so many teachers on the road. And almost every single teacher comes up to me, and the first comments out of their mouth, I apologize for the way the union is acting. That says it all. So, message to the teachers, I think the world of you. I have all the confidence in the world in you. And I know you're going to do an incredible job for our kids and get through this start as safely as possible. I'll hand it over to the Minister now. Thank you.
Your next question comes from Brian Lilly with the Toronto Sun. Please go ahead.
Hi, Brian.
Teacher unions in their news release today said that you are not taking your government, sorry, not you specifically, but your government is not taking every step necessary to secure a safe opening for schools. The implication being that you're putting children and teachers at risk. Do you believe that you've done everything that needs to be done to have a safe reopening?
We have done absolutely everything that they've wanted, everything that the advice from the health table, everything from the Ministry of Health, everything from the Minister of Education. We're sparing nothing. Every idea possible we're putting into the classrooms. Again, if you compare the report card with all the other provinces, it's night and day. And we're doing everything we can. We're going to continue doing everything we can, and on top of putting Dr. Heyer in there last week as well. Brian, my concern is how at the peak of this, and it was running rampant, that PSWs walked into long-term care homes. It's like firefighters, as I described, walking into a burning building, and they don't say a word. They're heroes. The frontline healthcare workers are heroes. The doctors are heroes. How about the grocery store clerk and the peak of this, checking out hundreds and hundreds of people? And then we create the safest environment we possibly can for everyone, and the teachers' unions just want to fight. They want to fight with everyone. I don't want to fight with you. I want your cooperation like every single person in this country has been cooperating, except the teachers' unions. And please, the teachers listening, I love you. You're going to do a great job. I totally differentiate between the two. These people are going to be heroes, and these people want to cause trouble. I don't want to fight. Simple. I want to get along. I just can't be any clearer than that. So that's it, Brian.
Follow up?
You mentioned earlier that you've been able to sit down and work with every other grouping across the economy, different people of different political stripes. If you can sit down in a room and work with Justin Trudeau, who was beating you like a piñata last fall during the election, and then you can turn around and have a good working relationship with them, Why not the teachers? Have you thought about inviting Remy Sabrin, Liz Stewart, Harvey Bischoff, and Sam Hammett to Queen's Park to have a meeting with you, sit down and hash it out over the boardroom table?
I have no problem. I think it's the ideology. I really do. It's just no matter what we do, it's just not going to be good enough. And you know, to be fair, the Prime Minister, we kind of beat each other over the last year. But again, good example that we can sit down and talk things out. And I talked to the Deputy Prime Minister over the weekend. How can that happen when it's just one group? But it's the same group all the time. I remember back in the day of Bob Ray. I remember back day of Mike Harris, and they want to fight with my predecessor, Kathleen Wynne. They wanted to fight with Dalton McGuinty. They won't just like to fight. What can I say? I don't want to fight. I want to move forward. But honestly, people see right through them right now. I hear it on the street. Maybe they don't hear it. Maybe they're living in some sort of magical bubble. But when the teachers themselves are coming to me and apologizing for the behavior of the union, not one, numerous, says it all to me. And I tell them I appreciate the great work they're doing.